The more I use this printer, the more I'm starting to come to the realization that this Ender 7 is amazing. Let's put it this way. I have this Endgame Tricorder. This whole thing was 5 hours? Greetings, Dave here, DCP Effects. I want to just do a follow-up on the Ender 7. Now this is not an official follow-up, this is another thing and sort of couching it in a Star Trek vibe. Voyager, DS9. I decided I was going to make an Endgame Tricorder. That one there. And Endgame was, you know, the end of Voyager and all these things. I didn't really watch the end of it. I know what they're called because I see them. This thing was amazing. Like, I showed this off to my friends at Delta Vega Props, and they said, I thought that was a resin print. That's amazing. Holy crap. And when I look at it, I go, yeah, that does look really nice. Now, I've resin smoothed this, so when I do get around to sanding this, it's going to be beautiful again on top of what it is, but it's amazing, amazing. And the best part is, I'm working with an experimental slicer. Well, not experimental, but it's brand new. It's the Creality slicer that came from Creality. This piece, they said, was going to be 4 hours and 28 minutes. How about 3 hours and 10 minutes? This piece was 2 hours and 25 minutes. How about 1 hour and 15 minutes? So this whole thing. Now, granted, there are more pieces to go. So, like, there's the back and the back on the door and all these other things to do. There's a lot more to print for it, but that's little things. I may do that in my resin printer anyway to get this nice, whether I want some clear pieces for it or whatever I want to do with it. But this thing, it's just amazing, amazing. And the quality I'm getting out of it, like this is even not at the highest resolution. This is at 0.16 millimeters. And at that, 0.16 millimeters for this, 3 hours. 3 hours, and most of that was, you know, supports, because I decided to go with one. There are some electronics kits out there. I know Prop VFX has some. There are some out there, but I think I'm just going to make my own. I think I'll just I'll take the graphics that the gentleman who designed it is putting out there, and I'll come up with something. You know, I did have that tricorder from last year. I did plan on working on. I never did, but yeah. So to say I'm impressed with this printer so far is an understatement. It's really kicking out the Star Trek props the way I like them to. They're coming up bloofy with only a little bit of cleanup required. So there you go. It really is, it's a fantastic device. I'm really quite happy with it so far. I'm going to do a more in-depth review soon. I'm now out of the white. I was actually printing a new lid. This one's got a slight curve to it. There's a little leveling problem. So I was going to print another one. Stopped in the office to see how it was, and it ran out of filament. So now I have the purple, and purple's going to look so much better on screen than this ever will. But there you go. So that's just another follow through on the Ender 7. This thing is really, it's really caught my eye. This is really quite phenomenal. Once I get that last little leveling bit out of the way, it's a matter of in order to get that right on that, because you can watch it go down that first layer. And once I get that 100% right, this thing's going to just hammer out things. I have so many things I'm going to want to kick out of this. And I've got the pad to finish too. I've got that done. I've got it covered in primer. I need to get that quick sand and then start getting onto the finished coat. So more Star Trek props coming soon. So that's the video for today. Hope everyone's having a great day. And we'll talk to you all later.